That water is coming up from the ground. That it's gonna come rushing through here. A bunch of crawfish.
Oh yeah. Let's
Catch them up.
woo! It's Catch 'em all fishing with Zak Catchem.
Look at this fish. Catch them up. Guys, we got some shovels. We started putting this together. We're gonna show you that very soon. We got this coming in from Amazon. It's awesome. Really makes this look a lot more natural. We got the fish jumping around, looking great. We have something growing inside, which I will show you very soon. Everyone's looking happy and healthy. Mr. Donkey. Mr. Donkey's watching our every move. All right, so what we're thinking about doing is we're thinking about taking this beautiful little estuary and we're thinking about converting it into more of a pond that's down here because it's so beautiful and there's a lot of life in it. But life needs more room to get bigger. And we like big things. We do. We like it when it grows to be ginormous into a monster. There's already crawfish in here. I'm sure there'd be eels and stuff like that coming in at night or when it gets to springtime when it's a little bit warmer. But we have all of this room over here. All right, I'm gonna have my beautiful wife over here take this over because I wanna show you what I'm thinking about doing. All right, I'm thinking the way the water is pushing, look straight down really quick. The way the water is pushing, if I cut this off right here and I keep going straight where this little corner is, you see the water's kind of pushing against it and going that way. I think if I cut this, guys, I think if I dig this out straight here and I make this, I think I could make this really, really cool if I continue to dig this way and I make this like its own pond, like a big pocket full of water. I think that'd be really, really cool. I think we'd be able to put a lot of different fish in here. And I think even if we didn't put anything, I think stuff would just migrate, like the eggs from the lake, all types of things would kind of just create itself and create its own little ecosystem in this large body of water with all the food that's running off from our monster fish. It's just constant food, constant food. And we obviously have this beautiful body of water that we caught nuggie in, so we know it has the potential to make giant life. We don't know what could possibly end up in here because the lake is right here. It could just jump right up. So this is just gonna be part of the lake. I'm thinking we could have a little bit of both, all natural and obviously our man-made stuff. We have a couple more pieces coming from Amazon. We're gonna figure all that out, put it all together. I'll show you that when it's completely done. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get to work. Well, the bunnies are out grazing and it's been a tough day of digging. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Your boy is out there struggling, but I had to do a couple of things, you know, this and that and the other thing, but I got a little bit done. Got a little bit done with the strength of the boys. Come on, not too bad. So that's not connecting. We're gonna let this just sit here. And then tomorrow we're gonna get back to work. I'm gonna do a little bit more today, but tomorrow we will connect all of this, and that's pretty much the outline of what it's gonna be. Kind of looks pretty solid. So that's gonna be like an estuary. I think that's gonna just turn into honestly its own little estuary. I think a lot of fish are gonna get involved in this area because it's a lot wider. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of fish over here. Obviously, the ducks are going to enjoy it. But I think a lot of fish, maybe eels, definitely the crawfish that are existing underneath here. There's a huge population of crawfish, much bigger than I thought, guys. Because right underneath here, as you can see, they've been coming in and out of there. That is a solid piece of wood. And that was where that hole is. I think the crawfish are digging out from where they were underneath here. And now there's literally, it's got to be hundreds of them. If I was able to catch 5 by my hand, bare hand, there's got to be hundreds of them. So this is going to be really, really cool. And then we're going to catch a bunch of fish to fill this up. And we're going to continue to make that dam. We're going to make that stronger. We got some bricks going. It's going to be pretty cool, but I still need to dig quite a lot. So let's get to work. Guys, we've been digging. We got our friends over here. All the birds are getting super comfortable with us. Let's switch sides really quick. Come on over here. This is what we did so far. We kept a wall so we could continue to dig. It's really hard to dig manually with the shovel if what you're digging is underwater. If anyone has ever tried to build the sandcastle underwater, then that's pretty much how it is. You'll see that water is coming up from the ground. That means we already hit water. It's already starting to trickle. Right over here, this is some mud, sloshy mud. And that's great. That's what we're looking for, because these crawfish and these eels need loose dirt, loose mud to be able to dig straight down. They can dig through solid stuff, but it's better when it's soft. What we're doing right now, obviously, we still have the wall. No water can get in here directly unless it rains without destroying this wall, which we're going to do right now. We're gonna knock it down though, right here on that side, so the water directly flows into it instead of falling over on our waterfall right over here. Actually, jump over and take a look at our waterfall. So right here, as you can see, there's a solid brick down there, and then we have some rocks, right? What we're gonna do really quick is we're just gonna be a little beaver and make a quick dam. What I have right here is I have a couple solid bricks. Now, I'm just gonna stack these guys up and bring them over there. Okay. So, we're gonna do this all pretty much at the same time. First things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down this wall, and it's gonna happen fast. We're gonna break down this wall, and then this is all gonna kind of implode, and this is gonna overflow and fill this bad boy up. Now, when that happens, we are gonna simultaneously put these bricks up and build a dam. So this is gonna happen like back to back to back. It's gonna be really fast, guys. So you gotta pay attention. It should be really cool. Whatever's in here is gonna feel that flowing water too. Check this out. Zoom in over here. You might have to go around. Maybe you can get close. You should be good right there. All of this is great stuff for crawfish. It's all wood. It's all rotted wood. All of this. This is great soil. There's a ton of worms. We dug out a ton of grubs, a ton of all types of stuff. And when there's crawfish and there's worms, there's eels and smaller fish, but they can't get to them unless it floods. So what we're gonna do right now is basically make our own little floody ditch, but the water's gonna continue to flow through it, and it's always gonna have food running off from the fish. So this is gonna be like a beautiful estuary very soon, as soon as we break down this wall. So let's get to it. Guys, it's gonna be fast. Remember, I'm gonna break down this wall right here. I'm gonna also build this little wall of a little dam actually with the bricks, and I'm gonna get this all going at kind of at the same time. So one step at a time. As soon as we get low enough, this thing is gonna start pouring. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait. There's nothing like fresh flowing water to get the fish and the critters going. That's why I get so excited doing these little projects. I mean, with just what we built so far, we had all those crawfish. I'm sure there's eels underneath there or something, but I haven't seen any. It's also pretty chilly right now, so you never know what's going on underneath there. They could be dormant for the winter. So we're pretty close right now, balancing on that little easement I made. I think we're gonna need one more scoop after this. This might be it though. Okay, I think we're gonna need one more scoop after this one, and it's gonna start pouring in. Ready? Right here. Take a look at this. Get a little closer. Let the water be free. All right, here it comes. Here it comes, and it's gonna come all at once as soon as I build that little dam. All right, this is the one. This is the one, son. Oh yeah, so sick. I love it. And this is the beginning. We're gonna be able to, oh, I'm moving the whole little island. Look at this. Get a watch that. Okay, great. So that's even without building the dam at all. Just loosening up the dirt. Now look at that. Come over here and look at this water flowing through. Might be whatever angle you need to get there. Look at that. So nice. Check that whole thing out. So we got the water flowing and that's pouring in. Look at this right here. You can see that crystal clear water coming in. Bomb flowing in. This is almost filled up already. So our waterfall is super weak over here. Zoom into that. Super weak, and we're gonna make it a little bit weaker by building this up. We want that water to have a really hard time flowing through. Ugh. Okay. Great. That water is gonna barely trickle through with all these big old rocks there for now. For now. This would be a slower pocket, but it has that ditch, which we all know if you're a fisherman, that the fish like to hang out in. Don't forget, one flood, it's gonna rain tomorrow. That's why I'm trying so hard to build this thing as fast as I can. One flood and this whole thing is underwater. Whatever swims up here is getting fed all the time, every single day. And then the water sinks down, we have our little waterfall, and everything is trapped behind the dam for the most part. But it's all part of this ecosystem behind us, this big old lake. You know, if it can house a duck or two, it can definitely house some big fish. I'm gonna put that right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bunch of rocks, river rock like we have right here, and I'm gonna take it all and fill in the corners. So I have some right here, not too much, but some. And I'm just gonna put it on the corners. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get a couple bags of it. But for now, this is definitely gonna do the trick. As you guys probably see already, you kind of see the difference in the water movement. And that's just that. Okay. We're cutting through. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Just getting through the roots of the grass. So when we do start digging, it'll happen fast. All right. Remember, the side with the pressure is the side you're gonna wanna dig on first. Cool. All right. I think we should be good. It's looking pretty good so far. All right. Bam. And just like that, we're cooking with gas. That looks awesome. So now, essentially, that water is gonna start to slow down a little bit. Some of the food's gonna build up right there. So some of the crawfish, eels, cichlids, anything else that's in here will kind of sit around over here. And at the same time, the bigger fish, most of whatever swims up here, gets stuck up here in a high flood, whatever happens is gonna get stuck up there. But a lot of things follow the food. I've already seen fish kind of jumping up in this waterfall right here behind us. And you could sit here, I mean, right now it's a lot of dirt and I've been making a lot of commotion, but I've seen little fish jumping up the stream. It's pretty cool how nature works. All it takes is a little bit of water and a lot of food, and then you never know what you're gonna get. And I'm gonna put this right here to help with that water flow on this side. Ugh. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And that's gonna keep the water levels nice and high. As I get a couple, if I put one more brick here, leave that brick right there, get a couple bags of rocks, I can manipulate this so the water levels stay almost parallel to land. And that's what we want right now, because we want the most water for whatever swims up here. Buried treasure, guys. Someone's old garbage from the last house. Don't drink and dig. Buried treasure, guys. Someone's old garbage from the last house. Don't drink and dig. You just gotta get some rocks and clean this place up, put some white sand on the bottom, and I'm gonna show you the final result. It's gonna be pretty cool, I think. Right now, the fish are starting to come up, and we're just training everything to just know that food is non-stop coming from our waterfall. Coming out, straight out. Look at this, zoom into that, bum. If the ducks are learning, then the fish are learning too, because they both got the same size brain, right? Train the crawfish, eels, whatever's already in here. I know there's stuff in there already, but the food's gonna continue to come. And what I'm gonna do, feed everybody right here, coming straight out, and that's that. Nice little breadcrumb trail. These are half sinking, half floating pellets. That dirty, dirty, dirty water is already almost crystal clear. So obviously the sun's going down, run out of daylight, but this is, I can see to the bottom right here. So that's black, but we are gonna make it look just like this with that white sand. We have just enough extra sand right over here to be able to take that and just layer the bottom. We're gonna see the final product in an upcoming video. All right guys, we threw the sand down. Everything is looking pretty good. The water's already clearing up. Like, we just threw the sand down right now with our wheelbarrow. Now we just got to get the rocks, but tomorrow it's actually going to rain way harder than I thought. I mean, you never know with the weather down here in South Florida, but the forecast says it's going to pour, and usually that means the water levels rise, and maybe we'll get some action in here. I don't know, but this is already clearing up really, really well. I'm super excited to see how this is going to work out, guys, but stay tuned. We're going to see everything that comes in and out of this pond from the lake. We got a lot of exotics, guys, and catch them all.
Catch them up.
Woo!
Catch them up.